All right, so today we are speaking to Junis, who is 23 years old from Finland. Now, he actually went into Digital Launchpad around the same time that he started his agency, and he went through all of the sales training, so the sales program, as well as the copywriting program inside of Digital Launchpad. And with that, he entirely changed his framework on how he was actually reaching out to clients and selling clients. He went from being aggressive and salesy to knowing how to lean back, calm down, and let the client or the prospective client talk more, understand their problems, and then give them a solution that they can't say no to. And with that, he made $4,000 in his first month. This is over 100x ROI on his first month subscription inside Digital Launchpad. So with all that being said, let's hear about his story.
Junis, how are you doing? Thank you very much for joining me today.
Thank you so much for having me. How are you?
My pleasure, my pleasure. Yeah, very excited to run this one. I've heard a lot of great things. So before we get into it, as per usual, for everybody listening, just a quick intro, how old you are, where you're based, etc.
So I'm 23 years old. I'm based in Finland and I'm doing sales inside a Digital Launchpad.
Sales, okay. What were you doing before Digital Launchpad? Before you came over, were you in the online space? Were you studying? What were you doing?
I was working in sales like many years before DL and had some little bit sales experience and just started my own agency before hopping to DL.
Okay. What was the reason that you joined DL? Like, were you familiar with Iman? Did you see it somewhere online?
Yeah, I was following Iman quite a long time and I just saw the opportunity and just started my agency and just wanted to have something more knowledge and the community around me. So I saw the perfect time to join the DL.
I know you did a little bit of agency before and you set your own up. How were you finding it during that time? Were there any bottlenecks or any issues that you were looking to fine tune with Digital Launchpad? Was it something you were struggling with that you thought, I need more knowledge here?
Yeah, like in agency business, it's fully sales-based business. So you need really much knowledge in sales and you really need the community like around you because you want to keep yourself accountability and you need people like-minded around you if you want to be successful with agencies.
Yeah. So then you joined Digital Launchpad. When did you join, roughly?
A little bit over a month ago.
Yeah,
Last month was my first month inside.
Nice. And how have you found it as you've come in multiple programs? Obviously, I assume you've gone towards the sales and the copywriting programs. How have you found a six-figure sales rep, pen to profit? How have you found going through these programs?
I think like a six-figure sales rep is one of the best sales courses that I've ever been going in. Like it's gives you so much from A to B, like what to go from in sales, and like it gives you so much knowledge. And I think also like me working long time in sales, my closing rate in meetings has raised like in huge after going to the course.
What is it you'd say about the program that makes you say it's the best one or the one that's helped you go a little bit higher in terms of your closing rate? What is it about six-figure sales rep that's brought that change specifically? If you were to pinpoint it, what would you say it would be?
It gives you a completely new framework to sales. Like at least in my country, like all the sales training that I've been going through myself is like really fighting against the client and like it's really like the basic sales. Yeah. But in six-figure sales rep, you really learn how to ask questions. You learn how to follow like the frameworks and ask better questions. So like for me, it was a game changer in sales.
Yeah. So it's how you're framing the conversation basically, rather than
going
into everything like it's me against the client. It's more like, okay, different framework, ask more questions, try and understand more where the problems are. Because if you let people speak long enough and you ask the right questions, they'll tell you what their pain points are in sales. Absolutely. And then you start formulating in your own mind, okay,
they close themselves.
Yeah, that's where I can pounce and offer value kind of thing. So that's the kind of framework it's given to you going through this program, completely changed it. Okay, amazing. And how have you found, obviously, we pride ourselves on amazing coaching calls in the community as well. And we've got Scott, who is our sales manager, who does the sales training. How have you found them calls? Have you managed to get on any of them calls with Scott?
Yeah, lately I've been joining them a lot, and like Scott is beast also in sales. Like he always provides huge amount of value in those little calls. It's pretty sick how much value you get like inside calls and inside course together. So it's so much value.
It's so interesting as well with Scott because obviously he coaches the students in DL on sales. He also runs a session every week for the whole team. So we're literally getting the same kind of training you guys get, we give to the whole team, because sales is one of them things that doesn't matter if you're working in any area of the business. Sales is a skill you're always going to need. You're always convincing somebody of something at some point in life. So we opened up that coaching to everybody in Educate as well. So the fact you're getting that same level of coaching is Yeah, it's actually unreal. And I know Scott really loves coaching as well, so I'm glad you're finding a lot of value in that. You've done Pen to Profit too, Jonas,
Yeah,
is that
also
right?
I moved to Pen to Profit after a six-figure sales rep.
Okay, and what was the thinking behind that, and what was the logic behind that?
Because I was running agency business, and copywriting, of course, is a big part of that. And I just like see the Pen to Profit to be a really good program for that.
So yeah, again, that one's delivered by Luis Berger,
Yes.
CMO at the moment. How have you found that? Because Luis is one of them guys who constantly impresses me with his knowledge of marketing, his understanding of the industry. How have you found that going through that program?
Same for me. Like, of course, like before I started my agency, I was watching a lot of tutorial videos and stuff like that of copywriting and ads and everything. And the course it impressed me. Like so much information, so much value inside, and the frameworks Luis gives us is sick. You just write so much better, like instantly. You don't need any experience even when you get it.
How have you found that's helped you in the business? Have you just been able to write better copy in your correspondence with clients or in your ads? How has that benefited you?
Absolutely. I copyright a lot of my clients, sales funnels and ads, and those are like the conversion rate, it goes hugely up after that because you know so much more and like you can write so much easily and faster. So that's good.
Yeah. In terms of business, obviously you set your agency up a month or so ago, just before you joined DL. You've gone in, you've done the programs, you've done the coaching, you've said it's increased your conversion rate in sales, your copy's better. How is that looking business-wise, monetary-wise, monthly revenue-wise? How has that translated into your business a month in?
That translated really well. Like right now, I've signed clients for a little bit over 4,000 right now, like monthly profit. Amazing. And we have sales meeting lined up for the whole week. And we just yesterday had sales meeting to different country, which is worth of 3,000. And client just basically checks our latest projects through and making decision in close days. So it's looking really good right now for the agency.
I mean, a $37 investment, I don't know if you paid for the year or if you're on the $37 in monthly, whatever it is, either way, $4,000, right, in your first month.
Yes, that is crazy. The investment, I just forgot it. Like it's provides so much value. So,
bro, that's like 100x now. That's like 100x return on your investment.
Like that's crazy.
It's insane. That's absolutely insane. You know, I say it's insane. I kind of get it myself because I know that the level of education we provide. I know the level of coaching we provide. And just looking at you, you seem like somebody who's like, okay, let's get to work. That the mentality is there to not just come in and just consume, but to actually implement and take that knowledge and actually apply it somewhere. And I think if you just got that mentality of coming in, learning and action straight away, massive amounts of action, you are going to get a huge return. But I mean, $37 investment for 4,000 in the first month and deals lined up is incredible. So hats off to you, man. That's amazing.
Thank you so much. And I also want to say that to everybody, like it's decision. Like DL, there's not much to consume. There's like little like the everything you need, and then you just can get to work. And it's all about volume. It's all about how much you're willing to do for the agency, and that really pays back. I can say to everybody who's watching this.
You talked about accountability as well being a huge part of it, which I completely agree with. Which is where the community comes into it as well, right? Having people around you on the same journey, on the same path, same struggles, same highs. How have you found the community aspect of Digital Launchpad?
It adds so much value. Like when you go to community, there's always someone who you can ask, people cheering for you. There's like the students having their own life goals inside, and there's always someone there you can go. If you need help or to have someone train the sales with you or something, there's always someone. So community is really big part of the whole thing.
Yeah. Have you managed to watch any of the lifestyle kind of programs yet? Like the Digital Dawn or the Perfect Fit from Iman Taylor? Have you watched any of them? How have you found them?
Yes, I've been going through them a little bit. I think maybe not everything, but like some resources, and those are also really good.
Amazing. Look, you're a prime example of somebody who's come in and just, a month in, head down, get on with the work, huge results. If I was to ask you now, a friend of yours is asking you about Digital Launchpad. If I was to ask you to recommend Digital Launchpad, what would your recommendation be? How would you convince somebody that Digital Launchpad is the right way to go?
The investment is so low. It's like one dinner and you can literally change your life inside. Everybody who's watching this and thinking to join. I was in the same situation like back in the days. I was always like thinking everything like, is it worth it or is it worth it? And like one day I took the risk. I went in and right now I basically, this is my job right now from nothing.
Yeah. And I do get it as well. I do understand, right? There is a lot out there. There's a lot of information out there. There are similar things out there that you look at and you think, is it too good to be true? $37, what am I really going to get? But the reason why we do these student interviews, the reason why every single week we try and get a student on here is just to show people that this is really happening within the community. This isn't wish-wash, this is factual. Here's a guy invested $37, made 100x return in his first month, and probably going to go on. I mean, the ROI is infinite, right? Because once that information, the stuff you've learned, you will continue to apply that for the rest of your life. So the ROI on that is infinite. But the fact that if you look at it from a tangible perspective, month 100x on your investment, I mean, hats off, man. Hats off.
You learn everything what you need, and then it's up to you how much you want to work. Like that.
Amazing.
People just winning around you in the community.
Yeah, man. Definitely. I'm looking forward, man. I'm looking forward to, I think we're going to hit this one up again. I think I'm very keen now to, once I've spoken to the students, to check in on them again in 3 months' time, see how they're going. So if you take your foot off the gas, I will be on you. I'll be on your case, making sure that it's not, peak of the mountain and then it's on next mountain, man. That's the mentality. So thank you very much for joining me, Jonas. I really enjoyed this one. And yeah, man, keep smashing it. Keep being a valuable member of the community, and I'll catch you on the next one.
Thank you so much. We're gonna take over soon.
Definitely, my brother. Definitely.